Welcome to the Snow Australia SnowReady program. I'm Sammy, back to take you through another week of our great program. We're also going to be learning some new exercises and some strategies on how to manage some injuries that may occur on snowfields.
Look, there are some risks associated with any winter sport. We're outside, there's unpredictable terrain and weather conditions, and things do happen. But look, the best way to be prepared for that and maximise the chance of having fun on the snow and minimising your chance of getting hurt is a combination of things. It's being prepared, so doing that work before you get to the snow with fitness and strength. It's about having the right equipment, and so go to the trouble of organising appropriate equipment for where you're at. It's about being on snow in terrain that's right for you. It's about getting a lesson, so getting good instruction on your skiing, snowboarding technique, and it's about staying alert and being aware. But if you think about a day, getting up, having had a really good rest and having a full breakfast and staying hydrated, snacking through the day, checking in to make sure that you're still holding up well and you're managing and you're not taking unnecessary risks because of fatigue, then I guarantee you're going to have a great day on the snow and really not have a big chance of hurting yourself.
A proper warm-up and good physical preparation program is an important strategy to help reduce injury risk, so let's get going for today. Try to remember to be focused and present in all of our sessions to get the most out of them. Take your time in the warm-up. Let your muscles and body slowly get moving without forcing it. Think of the mindfulness practice from last session. Be aware of your body's movements and your breathing. Focus on the injury prevention advice we've already learnt, jumping and landing safely, absorbing force by keeping our knees soft on our landings, and keeping our knees apart and our bottom out. Fantastic work, everyone. Now we're all warmed up, let's get going with our strength program. As always, we have the beginner, intermediate and advanced levels for all of these exercises. Starting with legs again today, our first exercises are some weighted squats. We're going to do some different variations to the squat we've done earlier and add some weight to make them harder. For all levels, the basic of a good squat stays the same. Keep your back straight and chest facing outwards. Look straight ahead of you. Initiate the bend from your hips, poking your bottom out behind you, like you're going to sit down in a chair. And as your bottom lowers, your knees start to bend. Try not to let your knees move forward over your toes, and keep the weight through your heels. Add some weight to these options today. Whatever you're comfortable holding is fine. As you add weight to these squats, the tendency often is to arch through your lower back. Keep your core muscles switched on and your back in a nice neutral position. A heartbeat squat is the beginner option, and it involves holding a weight with both hands at chest level. As you squat down, push the weight out in front of you with both hands. As you straighten up, bring the weight back into your chest. A front squat for the intermediate option involves holding a bar with or without weights, with both hands resting across the front of your chest. Your hands should be there to support and steady the bar, not hold it up. Your shoulders and chest are doing the work for you. An overhead squat for the advanced option involves holding a bar with or without weights, with both arms out straight above your head. This is one of the most challenging squat exercises as it has the longest lever that you have to control. Start with a lighter weight here to ensure that you get the movement correct. Your hands should be a bit wider than hip width apart, and the bar should remain in line with your head and shoulders throughout this exercise. Avoid letting the bar move behind your head, as this will encourage you to arch your back and increase your injury risk. Great work, everyone. Let's give those legs a rest and we'll start our upper body work for today. The first one for today is some ball throws. Make sure you have some space and somewhere safe to throw a ball. Don't damage any walls or floor with that newfound strength. For the beginner option, start with a heavy medicine ball in your hands. Make sure you are balanced, with feet at least shoulder width apart and your core muscles on. Lift the ball above your head using both hands, then slam it down as hard and as fast as you can into the floor. If your ball doesn't bounce, bend down using your knees and pick the ball up, reposition yourself and repeat again. If your ball does bounce, try and make sure it doesn't hit you in the face. For the intermediate option, we're also going to start holding our heavy medicine ball. Stand side on to a sturdy wall if you have one, about an arm's length away from it. If you don't have a wall, this is the time to grab a friend. Lift the ball up to your chest height and then slam it to the wall as hard and as fast as you can. If you're using a wall, pick up the ball, reposition yourself and repeat again 5 times. You can make this more fun with a friend by having repetitive efforts by having them throw the ball back to you. For the advanced option, it's a similar one to our intermediate one, except we're going to be kneeling. Start by holding your medicine ball and kneel 1 knee up, 1 knee down. We're going to lift our ball to chest height and move it as far from the wall as you can and slam it back into the wall. Pick up the ball, reposition yourself and repeat again. Remember, when using a friend, you can change how far away from your friend you are to make this more challenging. Well done everyone, those slams definitely got your heart rate up. We're going to go back to some leg work. Walking split squats are our next exercise. Make some space so you can move up and down for these. As we've been practicing, the fundamentals of the split squat are the same for these exercises. For the beginner and intermediate versions, step forward into a split squat and instead of pushing back to where you started, bring your back leg forward to where your front foot is planted on the ground. Touch your toes beside it, then step forward to the same leg into another split squat. You should be alternating your legs so the back leg becomes the new front leg, just like you would be walking. For the intermediates, add some dumbbell weights in your hands whilst completing these. Either hold the weights down beside you or onto your chest. For the advanced option, the walking split squat action is exactly the same, but we're going to add a trunk twist. Hold the dumbbells to your chest, and when you're at the bottom of the squat, push your arms out straight in front of you. Then, keeping your hips and legs facing forwards, twist your torso only towards the side of your back leg. Pause, then twist back to the front, bring your arms back into your chest, then straighten up from the squat position as before. Great work everyone. Shake those legs out. Have a stretch if you feel any muscle spasms or cramping occurring. And we're going to move on to our next upper body exercise, a horizontal body row. For these exercises, find a sturdy bar that will take your body weight. Set the bar to approximately waist height. The lower the bar, the harder the exercise. Sit or lie under the bar, grab hold of it with both hands and straighten your body so that just your heels or feet are on the ground. Keeping your head, shoulders, hips and ankles in a straight line, bend your elbows to bring your body towards the bar. Pause, then slowly lower back down again. Keep your elbows close to your body and aim to pull the bar towards the middle of your chest. Don't let your back arch or your bottom sag down to the floor. For the beginner option, hold the pull position for 20 seconds and slowly lower yourself back down. For the intermediate option, complete 8 reps of a pull and lower action, then rest. For the advanced option, place your heels up onto a step, then complete 8 reps just like you have in the intermediate option, pull and lower. Well done everyone. On to our last strength exercise of the session, a farmer's walk. If you're doing these inside, clear some space or pop outside if you can. A farmer's walk sounds relatively easy, but is designed to give your core and your arms, trunk and leg muscles a big workout as well. For the beginner options, pick up a heavy dumbbell in one hand. Raise your other arm straight up into the air. Keeping your trunk upright, look straight ahead, making sure that your core muscles are switched on. Start walking in a straight line, without letting your trunk dip to the side that the weight is on. Once you have walked 20 steps, stop, change hands and walk back. This is one set. For the intermediate option, it's exactly the same as our beginner one, except using a longer bar to add some instability to the exercise. For the advanced option, we're going to set out some sticks, cones or hurdles along our 20-metre distance. Using the same bar as the intermediate version, start walking and stepping over your obstacle course. Don't forget to keep your trunk tall and straight. Great work everyone! That is our strength component for this session done. Now it's on to our fitness work. Our fitness session today involves some fun and energy, so get some music on or go outside if you can, because we're going to do a small circuit class. Set a timer for 45 seconds. The aim is to continuously do the drill for 45 seconds, then you'll have 15 seconds to catch your breath, and we'll move on to the next exercise. We're going to do 5 exercises: star jumps, burpees, tuck jumps, 80s retro body twists, and toe taps on a step. So get ready to start our first round. Let's go! Well done, everyone. Catch your breath. That was a tough circuit that you just did. We should all be puffing slightly after our circuit there. That's really some HIIT, high intensity interval training. Let's get on to our recovery now. Active recovery to start as always. To help return your heart rate and breathing back down to normal. Walking at a slow, steady pace, concentrate on slowing down your breathing. Have some water to sip on whilst you're walking around. Let's get moving on to our mobility now. Start with some lower body mobility after that circuit class, like the leg swings or hip circles. Mobility work helps to maximise and maintain a joint's range of motion, hence helping reduce some of the risk of injury. Move on to some spinal mobility, such as thread the needles, bows and arrows, or back arches. Moving on to our stretching now. Start with the calves, move to your hamstrings, quads, glutes, lower back and upper body. Don't forget that any other areas that feel tight or fatigued need a stretch too. Congratulations on completing another week of the SnowReady program. Don't forget all of those amazing recovery strategies that we've been learning about and implement them before you attempt your next session. Until then, see you later.